struggling to find my place in this world. Oh, there we go. This is Tell Someone. First question, of course, is from Hervey Wasawas. Will you still need me? Will you still feed me when I'm 64? Well, no, probably not. Probably not. I probably won't feed you. I will need you, but I probably won't feed you unless you really need it and can pay me the lucrative money that personal care assistants can earn. I'll after this career, I'm going to need the money. Next question, of course, is from Jog Twistle Sharam. Dear DT, this week is a simple question. Why is everybody so offended these days, except for myself? Well, of course, I'm not offended. I'm not very offended. I mean, I'm not like some people would say. I mean, well, Jerry Seinfeld, isn't it? It's about Jerry Seinfeld. Like, he's been saying that the far left want to cancel him. The far left makes it impossible to do comedy anymore. Well, okay. Let's lay this out, okay? Jerry Seinfeld is possibly trying to get out in front of a little bit of what do you call it? One of these Me Too scandals, because he was dating a few teenage girls in the 80s and the 90s and possibly into this century when he was well into his 40s. Anyway, he might be getting in front of a Me Too scandal, and he's trying to cover his tracks by saying it's the left that wants to cancel him. Because it can't be because of his actual comedy, because he's as edgy as a Nerf ball. So Perhaps it's just him trying to get out in front of that particular scandal. And then I'd had a look at why he's out in front of all the cameras all of a sudden, all at once. And he's trying to promote his new movie that he wrote and directed. His first movie that he's written and directed at the age of 70. Now, okay. Look, I haven't written or directed any movies, and I'm not 70 yet. But it's okay for him to write and direct his first movie at 70. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. It's just that it's not looking like it's going to be a good movie. That's all. I mean, it's about Pop-Tarts. Now, I know what you're thinking. I thought the same thing myself. He's making a lovely animated movie about Pop-Tarts that want to, I don't know, get into some sort of toaster or something. I'm pretty sure it's not, because I saw the trailer, which involved not Ken Ham, that other one, something Ham, from Mad Men, that guy, not Ken Ham, the other one, whatever his name is, John Hamm, I think. Anyway, he was making a pitch. An advertising pitch for Pop-Tarts. It's about the product development of a Kellogg's product. Now, look, okay, I know that Kellogg's have been the basis of a very good, very popular and slightly saucy movie in the past called The Road to Wellsville. But this ain't it. This is not The Road to Wellsville. I know what the people at Kellogg's were probably saying. Look, our sales are down. Our sales are down. Gotta do something. I know. We'll do a movie. We'll make it about Pop-Tarts. Everybody likes Pop-Tarts. And we'll get somebody who the kids love to make the movie. Yeah, let's get Jerry Seinfeld to make the movie. Well, just because you're dating teenagers does not mean the kids love you. Next question, of course, is from Sakar181. Who would win in a fight, Jeremy Clarkson or a Fiat 500? Well, look, I know mutual destruction is possibly an option, but we all know Jeremy Clarkson would probably win in such a fight. But I mean, but what sort of a fight is that? I mean, you got to have. Yeah, I'm rooting for the car. I'm rooting for the car. That's because I've got money on it, and I'm inside the car right. No, I'm not inside the car right now. This is not theatre of the mind. I'm actually in a park and not a car, and not a parked car. I sometimes do videos in parked cars, but only if I've meeting so close to deadline and I don't have the studio ready, and I can easily use the car as a kind of makeshift studio, which I have done in the past. And then I kept the lights on too long and drained the battery and had to get it towed. But it's fine now. The car is fine now. I drove there myself right here now. What was the thing? Question. All right, a Fiat. I'd say the Fiat 500 would win because that would be funnier. Like those Volkswagen ads in the past with the guy in the yellow face and the car dropping. That would be funny. Somehow. After what he did to all of those caravans and Robin Reliance. It's time for revenge! Next question, of course, is Reverend Dr. Joe Freddy. How are your plans for world domination going along, and do they involve salamanders? Look, it was not me. I was not involved in the experiments of Vault 4. And look, there was some salamanderization, but it was all in the interests of science. And it's not my fault what the genetic modification experiments turned out. It's just not much my fault anyway. Next question, of course, Naked Wombat. If two negatives make a positive, why don't two wrongs make a right? Well, of course, two wrongs don't make a right not with that mindset anyway. I mean, look, you can wrong the same person twice, and it won't be, and it can be right if you do it in the correct manner. I don't know. I'm running out of steam here, and I don't know. Let's see what else I've got. Stubbs asked the last question of the day. I've been asking you numerous questions recently. You seem to be avoiding them. Do I smell or not smell, or do I not smell enough? Well, let's have a look at the questions for the last couple of weeks let's have a look. What are your plans for your 10k subscriber special, or do you think the world will end before that happens? Yeah, look. You think I'm going to answer that? You've just put an insult right in the middle of it. I'm not some sort of insult comedian, unless you're talking about Jerry Seinfeld, you natful! So, no. I'm completely not angry at you for insulting me in the middle of a question. Next question from Stubbs, which was, back 2 weeks ago. If you are no longer a knight of knee, what knight are you? The knights of Icky Patang Laboing are already taken. Oh, I can't. How can I do? You expect me to outdo Monty Python in one of their most classic sketches from what must be one of their most popular movies? Come on, I can't outdo them. I can hardly outdo Jerry Seinfeld. But he's got the advantage of having an entire sitcom written by Larry David. So he's got one up on me. And I'm really, really frustrated at that. How come he gets a career? I don't even detect any jokes. It's just on and on with nothing. Literally. he makes an entire sitcom about nothing, and then in the middle of that, he makes an entire episode about pitching an entire sitcom about nothing. He's such a lazy comedian. And I'm even more lazy and I've got nothing. That's it, someone for this week. If you'd like to ask me a question, then ask me a question in the question asking place below, or you can answer this dovetail question here. I'm dangerously talented. I don't have a cool sign off.